Hello students, this is the chapter Morphology in Flowering Plant Part 4. The flowering plant, the next portion in this plant is, in this chapter is the flower and inflorescence. So we will take the flowers portion. The flower and the inflorescence. Flower is a modified shoot wherein the shoot apical meristem changes to floral meristem. The meristematic tissues it changes into the floral meristem, and nodes do not elongate and the axis gets condensed. It is you can say that it's a small branch having different leaves and stem. All these are modified. The stem between the leaves is so compact and the leaves they become colored, and it is a condensed stem portion which is formed into a flower. The apex produces various floral appendages. For example, the laterally at the successive nodes instead of leaves. When a shoot tip transform into a flower, it is solitary. That means when the tip of the shoot it is converted into a flower, it is solitary, means single flower. The flower and the inflorescence. There is two types of inflorescence, racemose and cymose type of inflorescence. The arrangement of clusters of flower on the floral axis is called inflorescence. Floral axis, it is the branch on which the flowers are located, and in the pattern the flowers are located, that is called inflorescence. Based on whether the apex get converted into a flower or continues to grow, inflorescence are of two types. Apex converted, that means the flower tip of the branch it ends up into a flower, that is another type of inflorescence. And when the tip of the branch continues to grow, that means another type of inflorescence. Here racemose and cymose. So what is the difference between these two types of inflorescence? Racemose, in this the main axis continues to grow. Main axis means the branch keeps on growing and the flowers will keep on growing on the lateral side. So the flowers are born laterally in an acropetal succession. That means the older flower will be at the bottom, and because the branch is growing continuously, so new flowers will grow at the top. And in cymose, the flowers end up at the tip of the branch. So in this, the main axis terminates in the flower, and this is limited in growth. The flowers are born in basipetal manner. That means at the tip the flowers are older one, and at the towards the base of the axis the new flowers will be there. Here you can see the diagrammatically it has been shown acropetal, that means at the bottom of the axis older flowers are there, and at the tip there are new flowers growing. And basipetal, the main axis is at the tip it is converted into flower, and you can see that at the base new flowers are growing, and at the tip older flowers are there. Now flower, it is a reproductive unit in the angiosperm. It means it is a sexual organ, reproductive organ for the sexual reproduction in angiosperm. The flower has a stalk, pedicel. Its swollen end is called thalamus, on which the appendages of flowers are adjusted. Reduced leaf found at the base of the pedicel is called bracts, and flowers with bracts are called bracteate, and without bract are called ebracteate. And both the types of flowers we can here see that if the bract is present below the sepals, they are bracteate, and if these are absent, they are called ebracteate. Now, a typical flower has 4 different kinds of whorls. Whorls means all these are arranged in a circular way, so that is why whorls. They are arranged on the thalamus. Now, calyx and corolla, accessory additional organs which attract the pollinators, and androecium and gynoecium are the reproductive parts. Now, these in some flowers like lily, calyx, corolla are not distinct. In that case, they are called perianth. Corolla and calyx means petals and sepals are not distinct. They cannot be differentiated. So in that case, they are not known as corolla or calyx, but they are called as termed as perianth. The flower has both androecium and gynoecium. In that situation, the flower is called bisexual, and if the flower is having only androecium or gynoecium, then the flower is called unisexual flower. Now, there are different types of flowers: actinomorphic, zygomorphic, asymmetric flowers. That means actinomorphic, you can see that these red lines are showing that if you cut down the flowers from any plane, this will be divided into 2 equal halves. So that is actinomorphic, that means it is called as radial symmetry. And zygomorphic, the flowers can be divided into 2 equal halves only from one plane. So that is bilateral symmetry. And when the flower cannot be divided into 2 equal halves from any side, so that is known as asymmetric flower. Now, types of flowers. In this, again, the same thing. Examples you can see here are mustard, datura, chili. These flowers, if you see that, they are showing actinomorphic or radial symmetry. And in zygomorphic, you can see pea plant, gulmohar, cassia. These flowers will show the zygomorphic orientation. And then this asymmetric flowers, you can say canna indica, canna. These are the different varieties.